I went to that new movie, Megan.
That's cheesy, right?
It was fromage extraordinaire. The just wild plot holes and stuff. It was so fun. I loved it. I was like, this was great. You guys got to make another one.
Well, talking about plot holes, let's look at the problem of the week. From Samuel B. Yeah, I feel like a movie trailer in a world where you have multiple selectable block actions. So I have a learning management system, right, in which there's a page that allows teachers to monitor the progress on ongoing exams.
All right. Samuel B., how's it going? You are struggling with the problem around multiple selectable bulk actions in your LMS. Basically, teachers apply actions as they're going through a midterm taking process. On top of that, Samuel's also got to deal with some stats at the top of the screen. We want to help these bulk actions be as efficient and usable as possible. So to start with, we looked at the problem statement and formulated it around the user. So as a teacher using an LMS system, I want to apply multiple actions to students in a predictable manner so that I can complete my workflow. When we got a bit oriented with this problem, we just started off by discussing our assumptions, design rationale, questions, approach. How many actions are too many actions? We don't know what the most common actions are necessarily. Making that hierarchical decision is really hard to do / impossible to do right now. We don't know how big or how many actions there will be in the future, but we do know it's going to grow. We wanted to have this modularity or flexibility about it so that given that lack of information, we can create something that's usable for everyone that's using it. We're going to let the user control some aspect of this UI to make it really efficient for them. We knew that we wanted to work out the problem of batch actions versus individual row actions as well. Both of these things need to be really efficient, predictable, and easy to use. And we came up with a solution that you can definitely user test if you can, hopefully. So to begin with, this idea of having tiles and things and buttons and all sorts of things within your sort of workspace, I guess you could look at it, by creating visual delineation of the topic of the page and containing it all together. We're calling this the lead space at the top of the screen, which basically is just orients you to like what the deal is with this screen. These stats, they can definitely grow, could be oriented or laid out in a different way. They're put at the top because it orients you to this workspace. Then we dug in a little bit to the table and the actual meat of the page, and we looked at a couple of different solutions that you could apply. So the first one is around individual actions. We have actions being applied to the rows using a overflow menu here. With actions, you want to be always really careful with rows because they can get full really fast. So the prioritization, if you can do it, is extremely important for that situation. And then we talked about an overflow menu just applied to the batch actions themselves. We have this dynamic of selecting down the row and then executing the action based on this predictable place on the screen that you kind of always go to. We brought up the idea of allowing teachers to modify their view so that they could add their own buttons into this row, the ones that they use the most. This is an approach that we often take in enterprise when we have sporadic access to users, and it can be difficult to get all of those use cases and all of those preferences. So we create a flexible feature and allow more control. And in the case that these sort of features get used, that's typically a really good sign that people want more control and they're using your software in a meaningful way. The kind of cherry on top that we came up with as well, in the spirit of scaling and batch actions, we've got keyboard actions. Can't forget about those. People want to move really fast through this. If they're using it every day, they're going to get the keyboard actions kind of down pat. And it's just a really zero UI way to make things really expedient for people. That's it. Good luck, Samuel.